All right, so here's some basics about using Screencast-O-Matic. The things I'm going to talk with you guys about, you can read on this first slide. Basically, I'm going to talk with what is it, why I started using it, how do I use it now. You guys can read the rest. You should be able to know this, okay? Anyway, what it is, it's a fast, easy software for screen recordings for your lessons. Okay, so it allows you to take your PowerPoints, your smartboard stuff, okay, videotape over it, talk about it like I'm doing right now, and then copy it to your Schoology site. Okay, pretty straightforward. It's on all your computers. Okay. Why did I start using it? Well, the first reason was because Paul and Ben were using it, and if you didn't know this about me, I can be a bit competitive about what other people are doing. But it seemed like it was a good idea, and it was working for them, so I decided I would use it also. The other piece is that when I had kids who were missing out of class due to ISS, due to being on vacation or sick, they come back and they'd photocopy notes or they copy their friends' notes, and they really weren't getting much out of it because there really wasn't kind of anything added, kind of the things that you explain. And so it's kind of tough to get that. And the other piece is I had some ADHD kids and some special ed kids who weren't getting much out of notes, period. They're either spacing out or they didn't know what was going on, and they needed something that kind of reinforced things later on. So that's kind of why I originally started using it. And as I'll talk in a second here, I've kind of changed my approach also. So that gets into how do I use it now. And I use it basically the same way I was using it before. I still use it for the kids who miss class and for ADHD and SPED. I also use it for reteaching after time has passed between units. So I'll get kids who've failed a test and they don't make it up within about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then I tell them, okay, come after school. I have them watch the video, I have them take notes, and they do that in front of me, and then tell them, okay, you got to study this again, watch it again tonight, then retake the test tomorrow. So those are kind of two ways that I continue using it. And the other thing is, I have been using it in forms of direct teaching in class for a couple times a week instead of regular direct teaching and standing in front of the kids, and that's kind of changed the game also, and I'll talk more about that later. So now I got to get into the basics of how to use Screencast-O-Matic. One of the first things you're going to have to do is you're going to have to set up a YouTube channel. And I know some of you have already turned off by me saying this right now, but it takes about 5 minutes. It's really easy to do. And so the reason why you would do it is your videos are going to get uploaded here from Screencast-O-Matic. It just sends it directly there. So you go to youtube.com, you sign up on the link, and you go through that. You can follow that. It's easy. It takes, like I said, 5 minutes to do. Next piece, you got to find a PowerPoint that you've got, a smartboard, doc, something, or it could just be instructions for how to do an assignment. And then you're just going to record over it. Now, how do you get to Screencast-O-Matic? So what you do is you're going to click on the start button in your lower left hand of your corner. Okay, so it's that kind of little Windows icon that we see. You need to scroll down, okay, a little bit to the S's, and you're going to find Screencast-O-Matic and click on that, obviously. And then once you've done that, okay, you're able to open up Screencast-O-Matic and click on it. Then it's going to give you a bunch of options, and one of them is sizing your screen. So you'll see that dotted line. You can pull that kind of side to side, up and down, kind of get that to fit to what you're going to be recording. Like when I use a Smart Document, I don't use full screen because with the Smartboard, there's kind of they have the tools and things, and I don't think the kids need to be distracted by that. All right, so you size your screen. And the other thing is you can choose between using screen only, so that's what I'm doing right now. You can have a webcam where you're just looking at me, and there's no information on there, and then there's a split where in the corner of the video. I have done those. The kids do find it funny because I look goofy and they try to guess where I'm at. My favorite was, I can't say the student's name, but I had him last year, and he ended up using the webcam video for doing a bunch of other goofy things, and I don't know, if that bothers you, then don't do it, but I thought it was funny, and just went with it. Then next thing is you hit record. It's pretty simple. That's really about all it is. It takes nothing to do. All right. Next, once you're done, so once you've recorded everything you're going to record, you hit done. Okay. Next, you're going to choose upload to YouTube. Okay, and you can see that kind of what that icon looks like. Then 10 is hit publish. Like, it really is kind of this basic and this easy. Next is copy link while it's recording. And if you forget to do this step, don't worry about it. You can always go to your YouTube channel and you can hit share, and then it'll give you the link. All right. Now, if you've noticed, I'm going through this really, really fast. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I hope you can understand, like my students have figured out, you can just hit pause and write down what you want. This isn't going anywhere. It's going to be there for you later on. Okay. Next, when it's done publishing, you just paste your link to your class. It usually takes about, depending on how long your video is, 2 to 3 minutes at the most. Okay. So what have been my takeaways, what I've learned about this? There's a lot of stuff. There's more stuff I can share about this, and I'll speak to people personally about that if you are curious. One is it's ridiculously easy to use. The more I've used it, the easier it is, like anything else. But it wasn't hard even to begin with. One of my reservations was hearing my voice being recorded and not liking that. Like, you feel like you sound like a moron when you listen to your voice. Okay, some of you really like hearing your voice. That's why you talk so much in class. But for me, it's different. All right. The other thing is, I found that the kids who are gone and watch these things miss way less. And like I said, I've had kids who've emailed me, and if I've had the video, they watched it at home while they were sick. And there's some other kids who got sent to ISS, and they got to watch the video while they were there, and it was kind of like they didn't miss really kind of a lot. Second, when I've done class note-taking, I find that it takes about half the time, and which is kind of cool. It's much less energy. You're not trying to do crowd control. And so the kids who really want to learn, they're able to watch this, take the notes, and that's awesome. And the kids who want to screw around and like try to get attention to themselves, those kids don't have anybody to look at. Like, nobody's watching them. They're watching the screen. And so you're not really fighting that, okay? And last but not least, personalized questions during note-taking. So I've got a couple of students in one of my classes, and there's one student who needs to ask like tons and tons of questions. So that kid was able to ask tons and tons of questions, and sometimes they will just kind of stop, pause, and watch something over to clarify for that kid's self. Then I had another kid, and he comes up with these kind of tangent questions, which is really cool. But doesn't always ask those in class, but now when he's doing it this way, has been asking those questions. So that was kind of positive also. So kind of personalized learning, okay, that works out pretty well. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say about this, and this works out for you. By the way, all the kids who are in my classroom right now for study hall are being really polite right now. Now they're laughing and giggling. They're looking at each other, okay? Now, if you're worried about your video sounding perfect and everything like that, to be real honest, screwing up in your video is kind of funny, okay? So having a kid like giggle, having kids walk in while you're doing it, it is part of the thing. It's just natural. Listen, they watch YouTubes, and their YouTube videos that they watch are silly, they're stupid according to you guys, but they're funny to them. Exactly, they're making faces right now, just so you guys know, okay? There we go, I got them to make noise. All right, so have a great time. Hope you guys enjoy this. Remember, it's not going anywhere. Bye. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.